Hello, yellow guys. Welcome once more to Gaming Insiders. My voice, I don't know what happened. Taking a walk with the dog several times per day, and it's freaking cold outside. So I don't know. Doesn't matter. We are fighting anyways. So I really wanted to drop this video because I already had time to test it because I don't like to do a review immediately after receiving a product. I like to test it first and afterwards then tell you if it's worth it or not, or if I liked or not, or if I have any regret or not. But before we tackle today's video, please do not forget to subscribe, hit the like button. If you are already with me, thank you very much for assisting. If you are new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe and take a look to the other content. As you can see here, we have a lot of non-subscribers, meaning that we have a lot of space to grow. That's good. That's good. I see it as a good thing. So let's be honest for a second, okay? If you want benchmarks, temperature charts, I don't know, um, stress levels, stress tests, okay? I'm sorry. They are everywhere. One click away. I did that on my previous video, saying that I'm not doing benchmarks for this type of content, because I want to show you and give you the raw experience on through a customer's eyes. Okay, I'm not here to compete with benchmark channels. Okay, I'm not here to do that. And basically, I want to talk about the real daily experience. Okay, gaming, long sessions, noise. Reliability, price, what actually matters when you live with your PC every day. So this is air cooling versus liquid cooling, explained from a user and gaming perspective. Okay, not a lab. Okay, so basically they do what do a cooler CPU does. Basically they both do the same job, which is remove the heat from the CPU, okay, to not throttle, um, most efficiently and quietly as possible, okay. um, how they do that is where we have small changes. For example, on the air coolers, rely on metal mass, and heat pipes, airflow, and liquid coolers move the heat using a liquid radiator, and then exhaust it outside of the PC's case. Neither is automatically better, so they are just optimized for different priorities. Okay. uh, why air cooling is still so popular? It's very easy to answer that. They are extremely reliable, and I speak for experience here as well. Okay, almost nothing can fail. Look, it's pretty straightforward. It's cheaper, has a great performance for the price. Simple installation. I don't know, no pump, no liquid, no long term risk. I had a cooler that last for 9 years more or less, and I didn't even change the thermal paste. So just for you to know, and just to prove a point. Sorry, not recommending you to to do that, not changing the thermal paste. I would advise you on a cycle of 1-2 years max.
Nice.
Look, my camera's battery went down. Rookie mistake again. Second time that is happening to me. But yeah, made sparks or makes part of the path. But yeah, and often quieter at low to medium loads. Okay, not always, and always depending on the GPU that you are, the GPU, the cooler that you are buying. I'm not talking, for example, about Noctua. They are very famous for the extremely uh, silence fans, for years. But yeah, for most gamers, a good air cooler is already more than enough. Okay, already, but now the cons of air cooling is that I don't know, big towers can block RAM or look bulky. Bulky goes into the aesthetic things, but blocking RAM, it happens actually to me that I needed to change the fan behind from the one that I previously had. Um, the heat stays inside of the case, okay, while the liquid cooler goes directly to the radiator, which expel already outside of the case. Uh, and under long heavy loads, temps can creep up very easy and is not so effective than the liquid cooler. So air cooling shines basically when you want a value, simplicity and peace of mind product. Besides that, you also have the liquid cooling real advantage, you know, and trade-offs. Okay, it's better heat transfer efficiency. Okay, radiator dump seats outside of the CPU area, as I was saying before, outside basically the case. Um, it's also much better sustaining the temps during long sessions, gaming sessions. Okay. Why am I? Wait a minute. 1 second. And I was playing while I was waiting for the camera's battery to charge up again. But yeah, it has a cleaner look, 100% around the socket, and gives a much better look overall to the to the case. And I can show you mine. 1 second, really quickly. Get this. This looks cool, right? Doesn't it? I think so. Look at this. I love it. But yeah, I mean, not uh, doesn't mean that statics is the major focus, everyone's major focus, and I understand that. I really understand that. As I was saying, yeah, and also, by the way, great for high-end CPUs or long gaming sessions. I'm rocking a 9800 X3D, and it keeps it very, very cool. When I mean very cool, for me, it keeps at 6061 every heavy loads gaming. I mean, and sometimes when you have very, very demanding CPUs games, it goes until 65 max. Okay, so I'm very, very pleased. Oh, but is that going to last for 9 years? Perhaps not. I don't know. I don't care. Um, uh, I wanted the liquid cooler, and I'm loving it. But let's be honest, you also have the cons of the liquid cooling. More expensive. Uh, Again, pump can fail over time. Slightly more complex installation. For me, the only thing when installing the liquid cooling is when you are screwing the socket, to the support. You cannot screw it until the end on each side, straightforward. You need to screw it a little bit on one side and go to the other side. And but that take me, it was a little bit tricky for me. The only part, maybe it's lack of experience. I'm not saying the otherwise, but for me, it's the only thing that I have to say on the installation part. The rest is freaking simple. Come on, you just need to screw some screws on the case, and that's it. And yeah, not always quite, okay? Depends on the cooler, and sometimes it can be also overkill for many CPUs. Perhaps you don't need it, you know. So liquid cooling is about thermal headroom, you know, and consistent, but doesn't do miracles, okay? uh for me, the only the other reason for not showing benchmarks, you know, they don't tell the whole story, in my opinion, because benchmarks show 100% CPU load and short-term results, you know, and controlled environments. So, but if you are if you take a look, a deeper look, you see that sometimes you game for hours, so the scenario is already different. You streaming, background apps, summer temperatures, you know, noise sensitivity, which it will depend on each one, you know, and daily reliability. So that's why user experience matters more than charts for me. Not saying that charts do not count shit, because they do count. And look, if you want charts, you have, I don't know, Jay Z, Townsend, you have Gaming Nexus or Gamers Nexus, you have, I don't know, Mr. Matt Lee, something like that. You have hardware. Uh, you have a lot. Okay, so you can take a look to the charts. My real upgrade experience in this case, um, and it's experience that I have on my setup. I had the previous school that I had was a Thermalite Peerless Assassin 100 and 120 CE RGB, price around 35 euros. Fantastic value, air cooler, 100%. No issues, no failures, no complaints, and did its job very well. And now the new cooler that I have is the Thermalite Aqua 360 V3 liquid cooler. Okay, it's around 65 euros right now, so it's the double, almost the double, basically. 36 millimeters radiator. It's bigger. It's I mean, the fans, okay, heavier and a little bit more complex to install. I already show you on the case previously. So for me, the real world result is that after switching to the liquid cooler, okay, my CPU temperatures dropped like perhaps 10, 15 degrees. And I even try. I also have this is exactly same setup as mine, but for my wife, the only difference is that she has a 7600X for the CPU, which I think runs a little bit hotter. Which I'm not sure. You can confirm it, but I think it runs a little bit hotter, and it's the temperatures are much better, much better. So yeah, I mean. It's especially noticeable in long gaming sessions. Okay, temp stayed more stable over time. Okay, for me that and the statics were the main reason, and not so much the noise, which I don't have any complaint so far. So far, okay. And fans didn't need to ramp up so aggressively as the air cooler. Okay, so um, no benchmarks, no stress tests, on this video. Of course, I already did anyways, because I like numbers, and just providing you with the real usage over many times. Okay, and at the end, the real question basically is it worth to double the price? It's worth double the price. uh, I think that this is where the decision matters, you know. I paid about 30 euros more, perhaps, for, let's put it in this way, for 10, 15 degrees less. Um, so you need to ask yourself, you know, Do you need lower temps, for long sessions? Um, do you care about noise stability? Are you running a hotter CPU that needs to get a little bit colder? Do you like the cleaner static? Are you concerned with the money, or are you like free budget? Because if you are free budget, yes, you also have better liquid coolers than this one that I have for sure, and the air coolers as well. So if yes, liquid cooling makes sense for you. Okay. If not, air cooling is still an excellent choice. I wouldn't remove it from the game for sure. There is no wrong answer here. I'm just providing you with my own experience. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Um, my honest recommendation at the end is choose air cooling. Um, if you want maximum value, okay. If you prefer simplicity, reliability, okay. If your CPU is not extremely hot, that is also very important, and you don't want to worry about pumps or liquid or long term, like 7 years, choose a liquid cooler. If you game for long sessions, I think that makes a bit of a difference. If you want lower sustain temps, if you care about statics, it's one of my reasons. The temps are also one of my reasons. And if you are okay, basically paying more for the thermal headroom, okay. Liquid cooler is better for temps, no doubt. Okay, but air cooling, air cooling in today's market is better for price to performance, 100%. Okay, so this video is not about winning benchmarks. Okay, it's about how your PC feels every day, basically. And for me, paying the double the price, basically, for 15 degrees less during long sessions and short was 100% worth it. Okay. Let me know in the comments if you are Team Air or Team Liquid, and if this real user perspective, helped you to take a decision, considering also subscribing to the channel. No lab, no lab here, no lab benchmarks here, just real PC experience. And for me, it's all about the experience. Okay, guys. So I really appreciate for sticking by. Thank you very much and have a good one. See you on the next one. Bye.